What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Simon and I run the membership over at PianoPig.com where we help you to become the best piano player you can possibly be. In this video, I'm actually going to be sharing a sneak peek into a brand new jazzy Christmas tutorial that's just been released inside the PianoPig Academy. The arrangement I've written contains a bunch of really useful stylistic features and concepts which you can take and apply to other tunes. So there's plenty of stuff in there which you can take and practice separately from just learning this arrangement. If you'd like to access the full 40-minute tutorial along with the sheet music and all the awesome content and courses I've ever created, then come and join us. It would be really cool to see you inside the Academy. Just click the link in the description below and I'll see you in there. But for now, let's get stuck in with the first A section of Christmas Time Is Here. It's getting to that time of the year, and I thought it would be fun to learn a jazzy Christmas tutorial on Christmas Time Is Here. This is a lovely Christmas song written in 1965 for a TV program, and it's commonly played in a slow ballad style. So I'm going to play through the arrangement we're going to be learning, and then we'll get stuck into it. So this ballad is written in 3/4 and is in the key of F major. It also has a classic AABA form. I recommend getting familiar with the melody before attempting to learn this arrangement. I'll put some links to my favourite recordings down below which you can listen to at your leisure. So the first time we play the A section, we're going to have very loose timing. Then we'll keep the rhythm a bit more structured for the rest of the tune. For our first bar, we're going to play this. In our left hand, we have this. The root, fifth, and third up at the top. And if that is too much of a stretch, just leave the third out and play the root and 5. That's not a problem. In our right hand, we're going to play the first note of the melody up here. And we're just going to play all of this together. From here, you want to keep that pedal held down, and then land on this lovely quartal voicing, keeping that pedal down the entire time. This is a stack of fourths built from the note A, which functions as a lovely F major voicing. And if that stretch was too much for you in the left hand, just play this instead. It sounds just as good. So all together. And from here, we're going to play this. So what have we got going on there? Well, from our quartal voicing, we're going to play this. One more time from here. So we just quietly hit that F, then played that A, and then landed on our E flat 9 sharp 11 chord, while still holding that A up at the top, which is actually the sharp 11 of the E flat. And from here, we're going to play some octaves. A, C, and A again. From the top. And now we repeat those same 2 bars, but with some slight variations. This time we're actually going to play that E melody note as an octave, and arpeggiate that left hand grip we used. And if we put that all together, it should sound like this. So we're still landing on that quartal voicing, but just arpeggiating the left hand before we get there. So from the top, and for our E flat dominant chord, we're going to play this. So we approach it by playing this C, and then we land here. So we've got the root, sharp 11, flat 7, 9, sharp 11, and this C on the top is actually the 13th. And just after we land on this, our thumb comes down chromatically to land on the 3rd. And as we land on that 3rd, we're going to play these 2 notes in the right hand. So we're basically playing these 3 notes, which is actually a classic dominant rootless voicing. So altogether, that bar should sound like this. From the top, and that's the first half of the A section complete. Now we can move on to the second half, where we're going to bring a bit more structure to the rhythm. This is how it's going to sound. So let's break that right down. This is a lovely progression. If we look closely, we can actually just see it's a bunch of 2-5-1s. But instead of going up to the 5th each time, we're playing what's known as a tritone substitution, which basically means we end up playing downwards chromatically. Except for the final one, where we play a standard 2-5-1 in F to resolve it. Don't worry too much about that though. That's just for you theory geeks who enjoy understanding that kind of stuff, and I'm certainly one of those guys. I think the best place to start with this section is getting the left hand down. It's pretty straightforward. We're basically just playing the root and 7 for every chord. So for our B minor 7 flat 5, we're playing the root and flat 7. And then we just move this down chromatically with each chord. So for our B flat minor 7, our A minor 7, our A flat minor 7, our G minor 7, and for this B flat over C, this is just a shorthand way of writing C7 sus. So we're just going to play the same thing with the root and flat 7. And then we're finally going to finish with our F major 9 by playing the root, 5 and 9 up at the top. So altogether, for the second half of the A section, we have this. Now we can introduce the right hand and melody. So going back to our B minor 7 flat 5, this is the full chord we're going to play. We've got that root and 7 in the left hand, along with a D minor triad in the right hand. And we're actually going to play it like this. Outer notes first, and then play all the inner notes afterwards. A really, really nice way to break up chords. And it just means that nice melody line also comes through on the top as well. From here, we're going to play this. A little trill. And as we land on that E, we play the root and 7 from our B flat minor 7 chord. And from here, this bit is very similar to what we played for our B minor 7 flat 5 chord. We have the root and 7 of our A minor 7 chord in the left hand, along with a C major triad in the right hand. And we play the outer notes, followed by the inner notes. So let's put that together nice and slowly. One more time. From here, we've just got the root and 7 in the left hand for our A flat minor 7, along with the 3 and 5 in the right hand. And then we bring all of this down by a half step. From the top, and as we land on this G minor 7, we're just going to play the melody in the right hand. And then we're going to land on our B flat slash C chord, also known as a C7 sus. And we've just got the root and 7 in the left hand, along with this D minor triad in its second inversion in the right hand. Kind of like a B flat major over C, except that we're playing the B flat with our left hand, and then we're just playing an inversion of what we've got left here, in order to have the melody note on the top. And we finally finish on an F major 9 chord, for which we're going to play this. So we've got that root, 5 and 9 in the left hand, which we played earlier, and in the right hand we've got this. It's basically just an A minor 7 with the D in there as well. And we're going to play this whole chord like this. It's almost the same as the outer notes followed by the inner notes, except that we're kind of playing this C in between. So outer notes, that's C, and then the rest. And that wraps up the first A section. Let's put that all together. Next, we repeat that A section, but we have a few variations to keep it interesting. Let's go over that now. For our first F major 7 bar, we're actually going to... So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and as I mentioned earlier, if you'd like to access the full 40-minute tutorial as well as download the sheet music for this arrangement, click the link in the description and come and join the PianoPig Academy. Happy holidays!